We've got the really spicy one. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Here. Thank you. So I was wrong, that was actually only 13 kwai, so about £1.40 for 5 oysters, which is unreal. You don't get prices like that back in the UK. Next up we have these massive chilli and garlic oysters, but to be honest, it looks more like it's just packed with garlic. This one you can't even see the actual meat underneath. Wow. I can't tell if this is going to be delicious or like too much. I'm going to kind of scoop it out a bit. As you can see, I'm not a professional when it comes to eating oysters. That is just miles better than a cold oyster. I honestly do not understand why people are still doing that. That is how it should be eaten, with flavour and not that cold gooey texture. That is miles better.
Yeah, it's so strange. As Shannon was saying, in Scotland you have them on ice and they're really gooey, they're not cooked, and sometimes squeeze a bit of lemon over it. To be honest, we've ate them at special occasions. I think everyone just sort of pretends to like them because they're expensive and fancy. They're horrible. It's like eating a mussel. You wouldn't eat a mussel raw, so why would you eat an oyster raw? They're so much better barbecued, and I can just smell the garlic and chilli. Very garlicky. Very, very garlicky. Wow. I can almost feel that at the back of my nose, my sinuses. That garlic is so strong, that is fantastic. A wee bit of hint from the chilli, but oh man, they're just incredible. Shannon, what did that cost?
They were only 13 kwai for 5 oysters. Back home, what do you think? Maybe £8 to £10
Yeah,
for that?
so.
Very, very expensive. And some of them, you get some this big, but not always. So very good value, and it's amazing that you can get that on the streets in China. It's mind-blowing.
We are absolutely stuffed. I cannot eat you anymore, but when we were sitting eating the noodles, there's been this guy who's been trying to catch both of our eyes. He's been videoing on our phone, so it's only fair if we go and get something off of him. Ni hao.
Ni hao.
So what do we have? Is this tofu?
I think it's potato.
Potato? Yeah.
Yeah. One.
So what do we have here? It's got like a big,
Oh my goodness.
wow, a huge bucket of potatoes sitting in water, and I'm going to guess. Yeah. I'm going to guess they go straight into this fryer.
We're like back in Scotland at the chippy. That is some pan, that, isn't it?
Yes. See it already splashing already. The oil is absolutely roasting already. Woo! Alive. These are going to be so crisp.
So crispy, yeah. They might end up looking like actual crisps. So they're like really thin sliced potato.
Yeah, this was not part of the plan, but
I know, I'm stuffed.
But yeah, he was smiling at us
I
the
know.
whole time we were eating. He just kept watching us and he was videoing us on his phone, so that's only fair, isn't it? So we've got all sorts. We've got coriander,
Spring onion,
cumin, chilli, and I'm not sure what these are. Do you know what?
We saw them before, haven't we?
We had Chongqing, we had this, and I'm not entirely sure I enjoyed the flavour, but he's just mixed the coriander with it, so we're getting it. Never know, there's been a lot of things in China, and especially Asia, that I've tried for the first time and hated, tried for the second time and kind of liked, so who knows, maybe we'll get that tonight with whatever this little thing is, somebody can tell us. Hello, ni hao.
Back to show the family. Oh wow.
They are just changing colour so quickly.
Ooh. I hope they're not all for us.
I think they are.
That is some portion, wow. Oh wow.
Well, you can hear that when it goes in the bowl, just how crunchy they are on the outside.
There we are,
Well, that's
chilli
a
flakes.
lot of chilli.
Cumin.
Then I mix this coriander and these mysterious
Sprouts. Oh, I didn't see that.
sesame oil.
Salt.
Salt or MSG.
There, this is where the magic happens. Oh, look at the spicy potatoes.
It's just completely changed colour, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a completely different dish.
Yeah, this is no longer like being a chippy in Scotland, is it? No, not really.
It's completely changed now.
So we always have salt and vinegar on our chips, that's it. And a wee bit of tomato sauce maybe. This almost looks Indian, doesn't it?
Yeah, look at the colour of it. It's very dark and aromatic with the chilli flakes and the oil sticking to the potato.
That is a massive portion.
Wow. That is not how I wanted to end the night. Wow. Would you see you were going to finish every single one of these?
Oh God, don't say that. See you, thank you. Bye bye. Good night.
Well, there we are. We've got takeaway bags now. We've got these potatoes which only cost 10 kwai, and you saw that portion, absolutely massive. But let's go into the side and let's try these.
Yeah, we need to go undercover. It's starting to rain a little bit, so I don't want to get wet.
You can see just how much all the seasoning is stuck to the potato after he's put that sesame oil on. Doesn't really smell very spicy, but you saw how much chilli flakes he put on that. Oh wow. It's got that very like cumin aromatic flavour, which has kind of been a theme for tonight. We had that in the barbecue, we had that sort of flavour and the sort of hot pot thing we had. I don't know if that is kind of a flavouring that's specific to Yunnan, because the flavours that we had when we done the food tour in Guangzhou were completely different. That's one thing we love about China. Every time you go to a new province, it's like entering a new country. The different flavours, the different meats, the rice, noodles, it's all used very differently from place to place. So excited to explore more of Yunnan in the coming weeks and see if this flavour is unique to Yunnan.
Now we are ending the night with a drink, and we're going to try mixed yue. You'll see these all across China, not just China. They've actually moved out into Asia. You'll see these in Thailand, you'll see these in the Philippines, you'll see these in Vietnam. They do the best ice cream in the world. And it's so cheap, and it's actually the same price in each other country. But we're not going to get an ice cream tonight. We've spotted loads of people with these drinks from here. So yeah, you up for trying one?
100%. They look like fruit juices. We've got pineapple, peach, jasmine, and then you can see you can get like bubble tea. What are you going to get? Or there's orange as well.
Oh, I'm not going to get one of these bubble ones because I don't really like the thought of something coming up my straw in my mouth. I don't like that at all, so I'll go for one of these more basic fruit juices. Probably the pineapple juice.
Okay, I'll get orange then. So
we are trying our hardest to use the Chinese that we've been learning the last couple of days, but it's so hard. There's so much to learn, and then when you go to speak it, it just goes poof out of your mind. It's also quite nerve-wracking as well, but we're just going to go and have to go for it.
We're going to have to study every night, an hour every night, studying Chinese. Hopefully we can communicate an order eventually.
This very much doesn't look like something I'm going to enjoy.
I'll have two. This is my favourite type of juice in the whole world.
Oh, I love the little bag. Here we are.
I'm going to get all the seeds from the passion fruit come up this straw. Oh my god.
Am I going to like it?
Yeah, I think the bits do come up the straw, but it's just like having like orange juice with bits. It's like fresh flavour.
What does the drink look like?
Oh my god, that's delicious. So you can see all the seeds from the passion fruit there, and there's a bit down the bottom. Oh, there is little like bubble bits in it, I think.
I actually think the last time I drank fruit juice was in Kunming when we were here in February, and I almost died that night. I don't know what I drank, but my skin turned bright red, my face went numb. So here we are, back in the city that almost killed me. Trying again. I'm not looking forward to this. I got like a fruit salad up the straw there. It's not for me, not at all. Nah. So much.
You've got to give it a second chance.
I've gave it to, oh, okay. I'm literally crunching fruit. Not for me. just not how I like drinks at all.
That rounds up a successful night of eating, I would say, and we've got a nice takeaway bag to take home as well. Really enjoyed this market. Everything was so fresh and it was so affordable as well. Everything we had was like below like £2, which was insane for the amount of food and flavour that we got to try tonight.
And we have actually been eating for far too long that we have missed the last metro, so taxi home it is. But what a fantastic night of food. My favourite, probably the noodles actually, and probably the most boring, the noodles, but the coolest one was by far that little hot pot thing that was in a little clay pot on the burner. To get served food like that is just really, really cool, and for £1.60 you cannot argue with that. Shannon, favourite?
My favourite was probably the noodles as well, but just because it's not something that you get to find very often in China, and I actually really enjoyed the oysters. Super tasty, nice flavour. Thank you for watching, see you in the next one.